have two cells here, which are actually our cells. Now, you're in my cell. This one's mine, and that's key because, well, you can see first off that we have the mattresses, and the mattresses were so spoiled they were stuffed with Spanish moss. Now, do you guys know what lives in Spanish moss? Exactly. Bugs, and especially those chiggers. Now, the creepy, crawly, bitey bugs, we consider them a massage. It's okay. Don't worry. Now, you notice the bucket behind you? Mm-hmm. What do you think that's for?
Honey.
Yeah, I knew you were a repeat offender. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Now, our bathroom bucket is emptied by our deputies, and they come around if we're lucky, like, well, once a week. But that reason this is my cell, because I can empty it myself. Did you notice the beautiful garden outside? Yeah, it's so pretty. Yeah. Now, if you are on duty, I do recommend you put your hand out the window first. You see which way the wind's blowing, make sure it goes out the window rather than back on in. Yeah, it's not pleasant, but we do get baths. It's okay. We get baths once a month. Now, boys get to go first. There's 72 to 110 of you. You can line on up and use 1 barrel of water. We go the next day for privacy. Sounds good, right? Same barrel of water. Yeah, don't forget all the boys like shave. We look like him when we come out. Yeah. All right, we're heading over to maximum detention. See ya. Come on through here. And here's maximum detention. Now this area is for the worst of the worst. So it's, the murderers, bank robbers, forced thieves, and so forth. Now the open area that we're in now, this is the exercise yard. That one there, you can go in. That's death row. And death row is where Charlie was with the view straight throughout. Now the one over here, if you guys look at this one, this is the cell. The cell itself for the prisoners. Now, how many beds are in there?
4.
Good. So if we have 4 beds, how many people do you think will stay in there?
10.
That's kind of logical. Sheriff's policy, if it sits, it fits. Yeah, it's up to 20. Oh yeah. And how many buckets are in there?
1.
Of course. 1 bucket, 20 people. Deputies here come around every 2 weeks if they're lucky, and they do not get to empty it themselves. Now, because of the buckets of the jail, well, we have lots of diseases. So this one comes in handy. This is isolation. In isolation, they're in there waiting on the doctor who only comes around when they're ready to exit in a wood box. Go ahead, listen. Meet Lee. Lee's been there 10 years. I think he's ready. All right. And this one. Solitary confinement. And solitary itself, well, this comes around if the attitude adjustment center hasn't worked. This one's up next. Now you can see how dark it is, but this door's still open. When this closes, you won't even see your hands in front of your faces. To give you a good feel. See my hand? And now you go.
Yeah.
And you're in there up to 30 days. There's no beds inside and no buckets. So before the door closes, have a good look around, see where you sleep and see where you're going to go. Don't make too much of a mess because you actually have to clean up when you're done too. They love us here, you can tell. Yeah. All right, come on over here. So, you know what these are?
Shackles.
Good. Shackles, and the shackles I do like to call them ankle jewelry, and they're actually for you boys. Because you're the lucky ones. You get to leave the building during the day. You're going to do hard labor on the chain gang. There's actually 20 of you chained together. This is a one-size-fits-all deal, so if it fits, that's great. If not, they just make it fit. No worries. And what about this over here? You know what this is?
Ball and chain.
There you go. You're talking about it. Yeah. Well, I got one just for you because I call it a husband's. Now, looking at our ball and chain, how much do you guys think this weighs? And I promise there's no wrong answer. What do you think?
35 pounds.
Okay, 35. Good. What do you think?
20.
20. Perfect. Great answers. Right now, it weighs 5. Yeah. But I said right now for a reason because, well, the deputies have to carry it. They're not going to carry weight. But once they get it there, there's a screw. The boys, you get to unscrew it, then you're going to stick a funnel in it and fill it with, well, Florida's finest. Sand and water together. Yeah. You thought one was bad. Together, it turns into 60 pounds. Yeah, so no one goes anywhere. All right. So now, I do want us to have a look over here at this photograph because it's illegal to have photos and hangings. So why does this one come about? Well, because our sheriff, out there we go, likes to consider himself a man of science. He just loves it. You can definitely get a good feel of how much larger he is compared to everyone around him. Now, something comes his way, and he thinks it's wonderful, and that is the man in the middle holding the flowers. His name is Sim Jackson. He's really evil. He got in an argument with his wife. He didn't actually want to listen to her anymore, so he took a knife and cut her head almost clean off. Yeah, don't get any ideas, please. Okay, she's sweet. But he fled and he was on the run for 3 months, and then afterwards, well, it made national news that these two here down in the corners, they're from the north. The Yankees are brain doctors who wanted to do an experiment to find out how long it actually does take someone to die once they're released. So, the sheriff thinks this is great. Sim's on board, because he had to be, and his time comes, down he falls. He's swinging, his neck's broken. They start to ask him yes and no questions. He answers for 10 minutes. And then at 14 minutes, he was finally called. So it took 14 minutes to die. 10 minutes, he's conscious, which is absolutely appalling, even for a dog like him. You guys hungry? Not so sure? Let's go into our kitchen, because I want to show you where we get to spend our days, which I know you guys aren't surprised about. Come on. Sebastian!
Hello, lovely.
You're out of place today. So welcome to our kitchen. Now our kitchen here we get to spend 16 hours a day in. The ladies are in here. We're actually cooking 3 meals a day for 300 people using one wood burning stove only that burns 24/7. So yeah, this one gets to 130 degrees. So we're all sentenced to 5 years. Most of us don't make it out past a year. More ladies die in this room than the entire prison itself. But if you don't like to cook, we actually do have a job. It's okay. This is the coffee grinder. And I do need you to grind out between 400 to 800 cups of coffee each day. Because Sharon believes a caffeinated person is a hard-working person. So I'll ask you that tomorrow. Yeah. Now, we do cook for the sheriff, deputy sheriff's friends and family. They get good stuff locked behind these cabinets. Now, what we get for breakfast is actually grits. Do you guys like grits?
No,
Yeah? No, you're not going to like our stuff. No. We don't get good stuff. We don't get any of that, well, bacon, cheese, salt. Nah. We just get grits and water. And it's definitely green. Now, what do you think? Because for lunch, beans, of course, delicious boiled beans. So what do you think's for dinner? More delicious boiled beans. It really is the only time we ever appreciate the open jail system, because I know you know that beans are good for the heart. Don't forget the coffee buckets too. But let me say, if you ever do get bored of the brown boiled beans, we have a variety. It's okay. You can just put the plate down and let it sit for about a week and they turn green and you get green beans.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can leave them a little longer, they turn black and you get black beans in our variety. It's so good.
Yeah.
Now, you're out there on the deck, so you can't take beans with you because they only give us a pocket. But we're so nice, we're actually going to make hardtack for it. And the hardtack, this is made with flour, water, and a little bit of salt. We do actually bake it for 4 hours and let it sit for many days. We call it hardtack because it's truly hard. You guys want to bite it? Yeah. So our coffee comes in handy because when you put it in, it will soak and soften. But we're so nice, we put our holes into the center so it soaks and softens quicker. And of course, Florida holes means we can get visitors. Weebles. Yeah, no problem. Put it in. Give it a minute. They actually will drown and float up to the top. So if you're nice and refined, you can flake them off. Otherwise, really, just drink them on down because it's a protein shake, right? Why not? Now, it is time that you two say goodbye to each other, so don't get very excited. For 3 to 5 years that we're here, we stay down here, and I'll show you quarters upstairs soon. We still have to feed you, but we don't see you, so we actually will use this, our dumbwaiter. We put the food in, and we close it up. If it's going up to the 2nd floor, up it goes. Same for a 3rd floor. But we also have to feed the bad boys maximum detention. So if you look over there, you can see we do pass the beans through the hole. And that is called a bean hole. Yeah. Alright, so you said when you're out during the day, definitely try and catch something. Right? We were saying if you can catch something inside here, a little extra snack. Well, if you can catch something out there, then we can actually cook it. We can add some extra protein flavor to the beans. Now, Jack has been out and about today, so let me have a look and see if there's anything delicious in here. Oh, look what he caught for us! He caught some awesome.
Alright.
So exciting. And we're going to just basically, well, cut his head off and skin him and throw him right back into the pot. And there we go. His texture, delicious. So excited. I can't wait. All right, let's continue our process, and we're going to go over to the sheriff's office. I just want to make sure he's not there. Hang on. Now, as you come in here, you can definitely see he's got all the finery in here. So, well, you know, entertaining those voters is very important. So you look at the lights, you can see they're flickering because these are gas lights, and well, the President of the United States doesn't even have gas lighting. Now, Sheriff bought himself this kit here. It's actually purchased in Scotland Yard. There's 3 in America, but he buys it because it turns out we actually do have squiggly patterns on our fingers. It says who we are, so don't touch anything because he knows. Our mailbox is here for in and outgoing mail, but the Sheriff, well, he opens all of our letters. He's a little nosy. And it turns out he also has terrible handwriting. And this we figured out because he was handwriting up the arrest slips, handing them over to deputies. Deputies were looking at them and had no idea what they said. They're too scared not to arrest someone. They would arrest kind of anyone. And Sheriff catches on. It does something kind of strangely nice. He writes this over here. You guys know what that is?
Typewriter.
Yeah, a typewriter. It's also an all-over 9. It's very rare on top of the line, of course, and he hand types up the arrest slips. Alright, so what do you think this thing is?
Telephone.
Yeah, good, telephone. So our telephone is attached to the wall. It's a telephone. If we took it off the wall, we brought it to a cell, what do you think we have now?
Cell phone.
Yeah, you got my gadget thinking. Now, the telephone is actually one of 17 in St. Augustine. So if we have 17 phones, how many phone lines do you think we have?
1.
Good, 1. Which does mean when one rings, all 17 of them ring. And it's rude to listen to other people's conversations. Most people hang up. We just said Sheriff's nosy. He picks up as many calls as he can. He does listen in. When others find out he's online, even if it's their call, they usually apologize to him and hang up. Because we're not the only ones scared of him. Now, we saw him outside. We saw him in the photo in the gallows. He's huge, right? We love him. Let's have a look over this favorite photo. Now, when you look here, you can actually see this is the sheriff who is 14 years old, and he's sitting down. But he's already over 6 feet tall. That's his father. He's a minister. All of his siblings and his itty-bitty little mom. But he purposely places our family photo and the Bible right here at the entrance where the voters are coming in because he's keeping up appearances.
He's a family man.
Oh, yeah. He likes to make you think that because he doesn't care. Oh, yeah. As we come back to take a look at these, you can see his wife, not going to explain a lot because she's leaner than him. All right, so these two are interesting to look to because we have the lawyer over here and the farmer. And they're actually in the process of doing a deal for you boys. Florida, from its very foundations by the Spanish, is a free state. They didn't believe in slavery. But we have lots of cheap labor, and Sheriff makes so much money off of us. So they're just about to seal the deal with the drink, and you're going to go work on a farm soon. So, yeah, it's exciting. You at least know where you're going today.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, we have one more stop. It's upstairs. You guys okay with steps? Okay, perfect, fantastic. If you can just close the door behind us. We don't want him to know we were in there.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we've just come up to the general population, which is referred to a lot as gin pop. And this is where you boys get to stay, so welcome home.
All right.
Right? Nice and cozy. We have 2 stories here. We're on the 2nd floor. 3rd is up there. There's 14 cells in total. There's 4 beds per cell. Here, 14 times 4 equals 72 to 110. Very overcrowded. 1 bucket per cell. Now, this has all been designed and made by the Poly Jail Company out of Missouri, who we definitely like to call Missouri. Yeah. And they're very proud of ours, so much so that they modeled all their other jails after us, including one. We're actually working on it right now. It's off the coast of California. It's a little island. It's like Alcatraz or something like that. Yeah. That's modeled after us, too. We should be so proud of ourselves. The 1914 rumors are they may actually install some plumbing here, some showers and toilets, but I know they'll never spend money on it, so I'm sure they'll just go right back to the bucket system. Then 1953 rumor is they may close us down for crimes against humanity. We opened in 1891, and under these conditions ran all the way through to 1953, which is appalling. Now, Sheriff is definitely up there, and he's whispering in my ear. He's telling me, okay, it's been punishment enough listening to me talk. I thought he was going to laugh at me, because he always does. All right, well, he's going to pardon you two. Well, you. We'll think about you. But to do so, that's the exit over there. Okay, please don't go down the same steps. Next to the exits, the box, there's 2 cards up there, pink ones, comic cards. The other ones, those are party cards. You need to grab at least one of those because I know you're going back out there and do all the stuff that got you here in the first place. Take 4. Yeah, troublemaker. Now you're very welcome to stay upstairs as long as you like. You can definitely go inside the cells and you'll see they're a lot smaller than downstairs, but 15 to 20 people. The very last one at the back on the right, that is actually where the bathroom is. You can walk around the outsides, there's lots of interesting displays. Across the way up there, there's a room the sheriff and deputy could spend the night if they needed to. And then up here to the left, you'll see the guard tower, saloon doors inside, lots of graphic information and photos of events taking place, including Sims, which I'll be there. Okay. Guys, appreciate you letting me process you through. As I said, my name is Inez. That doesn't rhyme with penis. It's I-N-E-Z. And I do hope you enjoy your freedom, so thank you for your time. Thanks for coming out today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. You have any questions for me? Fair enough.
No.
I'll be meandering around outside, so once you're done, come find me if you do. Okay.
All right.
Thank you guys very much. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.